A fourth rate was in the British Royal Navy during the first half of the 18th century, a ship of the line mounting from 46 up to 60 guns, while the number of guns stayed subsequently in the same range until 1817. After 1756, the ships of 50 guns and below were considered too weak to stand in the line of battle, although the remaining 60-gun ships were still classed as fit to be ships of the line. However, the 50-gun ship continued to be used largely during the 7 Years' War, and during the time of the American Revolution a whole new group of 50-gun ships was constructed, not for the battle fleet, but to meet the needs of combat in the shallow waters off North America where the larger ships found it difficult to sail. But by the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, even this function was in retreat, and few 50s were built. The 60-gun ships were also dying out, superseded initially by the 74-gun third rates, although by 1793 there were still 4 60-gun ships left in harbor service. The few 50s that remained were relegated to convoy escort or as flagships on far-flung stations. A number were also converted to troop ships, armed only, en flute. Some fourth rates did remain in active service even during the Napoleonic Wars, especially in the shallow North Sea, where the Royal Navy's main opponents were the Baltic powers and the Dutch, whose own fleet consisted mainly of 50 to 64-gun ships. However, HMS Leander, 50 guns, was with Horatio Nelson at the Battle of the Nile. As late as 1807, fourth rates were active in combat zones, illustrated by the fatal incident between HMS Leopard and the U.S. frigate Chesapeake, an incident which nearly led to a war. The American 44-gun frigate's Constitution, United States and President were never in operational use armed with fewer than 50 guns, including carronades, and were generally seen as equivalent to fourth rates. The larger British 24-pounder frigates such as the later 1813 Leander and Newcastle were of similar firepower to those big American 44s. The latter were launched during the last years of the Napoleonic War and the War of 1812 and were classed as fourth rates in Royal Naval Service, under the revised rating system. This convention continued into the 19th century. Any of these later large fourth-rate frigates threw a close-range broadside far superior to the earlier two-decker 50s or even to third-rate 64s. Some ships of commerce such as the East Indiamen were heavily armed in order to protect themselves from pirates and privateers, effectively making them equivalent to fourth-rate ships of the line. The Royal Navy also converted some East Indiamen into fourth rates for convoy duty, such as HMS Calcutta. Bibliography. Roger N. A.M. The Command of the Ocean, A Naval History of Britain 1649–1815, London. ISBN 0-7139-94118. Bennett A. The Battle of Trafalgar, Barnsley, ISBN 1-84415-1077-7. Winfield, Riff. British Warships in the Age of Sail, 1603–1714. Barnsley, ISBN 978184832-040-6. British Warships in the Age of Sail, 1714–1792. Barnsley, ISBN 978184415-700-6. British Warships in the Age of Sail, 1793–1817. Barnsley, ISBN 978184415-717-4. British Warships in the Age of Sail, 1817–1863. Barnsley, ISBN 978184832-169-4. Winfield, Riff. The 50-gun ship, ISBN 186176025-6.